All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back. Hopefully everyone's having a great, happy Friday. Good to see you all. Hope everybody's all excited. Good to see you, Randy. Good to see you. Good to see you, Bonnie. Good to see everyone on YouTube, Facebook Live. I am excited this weekend because we have a national holiday here at the Pugliese family. We are doing our yearly sauce. So if you haven't watched Fausto Home Living yet, how to make authentic Italian sauce. Don't miss that video. We'll post up the Fausto Home Living. So I'm really excited. We'll send some pictures and show you guys. I'll do a couple on Instagram. Planning on making close to like 400 jars this weekend at my house. So it's going to be a wonderful time. But we got to pay for that, right? So what we got to do, we got to go in the market, see what's happening. We got a couple of stocks that are moving this morning. So we'll see. We got class that we're gonna do. I had to cancel class yesterday. Had a little bit of emergency I had to take care of, but we're gonna do it this morning. I like the mornings better than the afternoons, actually. So we'll see how things work out. And listen, it's really pretty day here in New York. The hurricane is gone. This is the last weekend of summer, technically. Okay, it is Labor Day weekend. So listen, I'm really not expecting it to be a very active, volatile day. A lot of people are on vacation, but if things are moving, they're going to move. I mean, I'm looking at my watch list, over there. I don't really have a lot of greens, but nothing like, out of the ordinary. We heard about the job claims that came out. Literally, what's weird? The job claims that came out was so bad that it didn't even affect the stock market. It's not even phasing them. I think listen, that could be a good thing. I mean, it's still, I don't know what they said, 5 million, 7 million people still out of jobs out there. There's 5 million people out of work still, pre-pandemic, before the whole thing happened. So, which is, kind of weird how things are not really, the market really doesn't care too much. You know what scares me about the market overall, about what's happening? I always tell everybody that as a trader, and you see this because you see how companies work, this is not only good to be a trader, but also tells you about the economy. The stock market will find a way. Companies will find a way. You don't want to work? No problem. That job is going to be gone. They have to, remember what I always tell you, companies go out of business every 3 months. Okay? How is that possible? They have to meet earnings. These companies these CEOs get big, bonuses, options, on their company stock value. You really, really, really think that they want to hurt that? You know what? If you were in dire straits, right, and something happened, to you, a catastrophe happened, you're going to make changes. That's why a lot of you are getting into the market. You had a job and you're like, you know what? I have to make supplemental income. Why don't I do this? Companies are the exact same way. So I'll tell you, I'm a little concerned about all these people. They think it's funny not being out of a job and whatever it is. But when it comes down to it, and eventually this is going to go away, that narrative we can push so far, these companies are going to still do well. So that's what I'm saying. So when you see a market and you see news like that comes out and it doesn't affect these stocks, that should be a little bit of a wake-up call. So anyway, I'm just excited because we're in the industry and that's what we hear. So let's go out there and see what's going on and what's trading in the market. Before we do that, I just want to talk about what happened yesterday. A couple of stocks that we traded, KPLT. Let me just move this back. So that one had a really, really good afternoon runner. It was actually more of a middle of the day. It was nice about the stock. It was pretty easy to see this, but I knew this was going to happen with the stock. We saw it this morning at 9:30. It ran from like 487, and then it went all the way up to the price around 550. What you should have noticed on this stock, it had a beautiful Fausto flag. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful Fausto flag. It was just a matter of time before it was going to break it, and then all of a sudden, I mean, you had to be at the right place at the right time, and bam, that thing just shot up from 540 all the way to 650. You should have been done by then. But we all know what the odds of us trading in the middle of the day. That's not really a desirable time when we will be trading. So anyway, that one actually had a good move. CCJ, another one, it's gapped up. It's moving up every day. But, it was kind of slow. You could see it from like 2 o'clock. It went from like $20 to $20.50, you know. But anyway, it had a nice trend. It was moving pretty nicely. It was just kind of slow. GSAT, another one that did a nice move yesterday. Very cheap stock, nice little trend. You didn't have to trade too many shares of that. And any, you know, but that was one of the nicest moves yesterday. That thing just literally, you know, right around 10 o'clock had that nice little move right here from 670, boom. And then it literally ran all the way up to about 130, ran all the way to $12. So there was our nice 100% mover of a stock right there. And then sure enough, of course, it's a short squeeze. How do I know? Because now it's back down to 650. So nothing goes up that high without backing off. Now, that's the past. Let's flip the page. Let's focus on today. So a couple of stocks we want to keep an eye on. We got this stock right here, APOP. That stock had some good news after hours. It gapped up from 5, went to 8. She's moving a little bit, but trending right now, not really that much. She had a nice little move around 7 o'clock this morning. She's kind of trading in this range between $10 and $9. She's got some support levels right here. I was looking over here on level 4, and, you know, there's a lot of orders out here that have kind of been holding it down, you know, but I don't see any more buyers here. This gets me nervous. But that big resistance levels that we're seeing right there, those are orders that are out there. That's obviously what's holding it back. But you know what? We see those orders get done. You know where we're at. We're going right in. ENVB is another one that's moving this morning. Another one that gapped up pretty big, but she's kind of flatlined. Very cheap stock, level 1 stock, nice spread, 3 million shares. Something that we like. That's something that looks pretty good for all you beginner traders out there. This is what some of you guys were trading this morning in pre-market. So if you watch a YouTube, Facebook Live, this is what we do. We do a lot of pre-market trading. But this one right here, FTFT, is moving up really, really nicely. 290 right now. It's at 3. It has a nice little push right here. I don't see any buyers. I see buyers around 280, 281. There's a couple of big buyers right around that 320. So I'll show it to you guys right here. Got that big seller. He's been out there since about 8:15. You can see him right there. There's your resistance, but nice support. So trading with that range. Nice stock, cheap stock, you know, level 1 stock. You know, listen, that's what you, and if you're an advanced trader, you could trade, you know, 5, 10,000 shares of that stock. Trade 10,000 shares, 1 penny, $100, 10 cents. There's your $1,000. You know, so, and you know what? It's a $3 stock. What else do we got here that we're moving? ARDX, another one that's moving this morning. This stock took a huge, huge hit. It's kind of starting to move up. I don't know, maybe after the past month, maybe it met its bottom right here, but this thing gapped down pretty bad, but it's one of the first days that's up pretty substantially. You got a big resistance levels right around $2 before it starts filling that gap fill. So that one did pretty well. SAVA is another one that showed up on my watch list. This stock got hammered, destroyed. Stock was $140 stock, went down to 45. It's right around 50. It's one of the first days up. It's a little more advanced stock. Big spread, category 5. So if you're a category 5, this stock is up your alley because you need that to get that volatility. And DIDI is another one we found this morning, but I don't know, 4% down. I don't know, 4 million shares. And then we got this one right here. Like I said, this got hammered. This thing got so crushed right here. So this FBRX is the one we were looking at earlier. It looks like she's starting to make a little bit of move, but I've been watching it since 8 o'clock this morning. She's really not moving that much. It's the only thing I don't like about it. So when I looked over here on level 4, there was this nice little big buyer out here for about 69,000 shares around $5. And you got these sellers right here to keep popping up. So I've been watching it, but we'll see. But one thing I like about it, it's starting to make a little bit of a Fausto flag. So if it could break out of that shell right after that 570-ish price range, then we could probably see the stock go a little bit higher. 580, you could see was a little resistance. But let me tell you, that is one hell of a catastrophe. Have you guys ever seen a stock down 80%? Could you imagine being in a stock $22? Think about the 22. You're down 80%. My God, this is like a catastrophe. But we know one thing. It's a pharmaceutical stocks, and you guys all know this. They don't come back. All right? Anyway. So anyway, anything we're missing? We got a YouTuber coming out here and says, what do you think of BBIG? You know, I would be very careful of that. The one that's on YouTube. Listen, we've been trading that the last couple of days. It had a really nice move. You know, it went from 2 to 12. But you know, I would turn the page on the stock right now. I would be really careful of it, and I would watch out. I mean, there's other stocks that are. Listen, it's Labor Day weekend. We're closed on Monday. The market is closed. A lot of people want to go out there and finish out this weekend. It's going to be actually beautiful this weekend. Beautiful. And I'm really looking forward to making sauce this weekend, you know, on Sunday. But I think a lot of, I believe it's going to carry on because this is what I told you yesterday. It's not just only Labor Day weekend, okay? It's Yom Kippur. So here, you know, it's a very big Jewish holiday. And with that said, the kids are off from school here for the next 2 days. They don't go back till Thursday. So I think people are going to really, really take a long, long weekend. So I don't think we're going to get that much crazy activity until the following week. All right. Bonnie says, my Jersey Italian sister-in-law called tomato guy gravy. We don't call it gravy. We call it sauce. It depends what kind of Italian you are, Bonnie. That's one thing you have to say. Dino says, I'm getting a new smoker today for the weekend. You got to love that. I love the smoker. Awesome. All right. So, guys, enjoy your weekend. If I don't see you, we're going to start class at 9:30, make up for what we lost yesterday. Don't forget, we just launched that new video talking a little bit about on-site. We'll talk a little bit about that. And, you know, like I said, if I don't see you, have a healthy and safe weekend, all right? See you back here at 2:30, YouTubers, Cyber Traders. See you in class.